Hello all, and welcome to this evening's beer review, which I'm going to dub the It's My Birthday beer review, because it's my birthday, so Feliz cumpleaños to myself, I guess. Urtan Joe Bio Medito. Yeah. So what is it that we are reviewing today? Well, we're reviewing something from a brewery that I've never had before, never actually even seen on the shelf before, but I saw it, and because I'm kind of on well, it's the season for Oktoberfest beers, and I'm kind of on a German lager kick, I decided to go and get it. So this is Mother Earth Brewery out of Vista, California. This is 5.0 ABV. And yeah, let's read the back now, shall we? This beer celebrates a special time of year, and it is our tip of the cap to German tradition and their love for beer. Notes of biscuit, toasted bread, and honey, finishing with a malt sweetness. Yeah. So here's your Mother Earth Brew Company, independent, small, no, independent since 2010. So fairly new brewery, um, by the scheme of things. Yeah. I've had a couple of these, but let's not give away the plot, right? So let's pour this one out. Go. When I meant I had a couple of these, I mean I sampled a couple of them already. Oh yes, finally, a perfect pour. Suppose I should use this glass a little bit more. Yes. So, a nice orange amber color, yellow orange amber. A bit lighter colored than most Marzens, but definitely darker colored than most Fest beers. With a fizzy to frothy off-white head. Smells of toasted bread and honey. Toasted wheat bread and honey. Yeah. Hmm. And that's pretty much all she wrote. Maybe just a slight hint of hop herbaceousness to it. But yeah, definitely malt forward in the nose. And onto the palate now. Mm. Lightly toasted. Uh, Finish has a strong cereal grain kind of note to it. Still sweet. So what is noticeable about this one is it's kind of hitting all your typical Marzen notes. Toasted bread, honey, cereal grains. Hopping is mostly there just to provide some bittering balance to what is definitely a malt show. But with this particular beer, it definitely comes across as much more light and refreshing and crushable than your average Marzen. Even a Marzen that is around the same gravity, like Samuel Adams Oktoberfest is 5.4 ABV. Only more 0.4% more alcohol than this particular beer, but this one drinks very light, very refreshing. which is kind of nice, you know. In that sense, it kind of reminds me more of an English or Irish style, you know, red or mild, where you get those sort of roasted notes from the caramel malts or even dark roasted malts, but at the same time, the body is light and quaffable. Quaffable? Quaffable? That said, the head doesn't really last too long on this one, and doesn't kick up much bouquet. But say you're at, you know, some sort of Oktoberfest and you want to have more than 2 pints, and you know, and it's, you know, American Oktoberfest is usually a Marzen, and by the time you got like a couple pints of a Marzen or a single, you know, single Stengel glass, it is like you're full. Maybe you might have some room for the Wiener Schnitzel or roast chicken, but you know, you're not going to be drinking a lot of beer, um, because it'll fill you up. It's liquid bread. This, on the other hand, you know, you're getting those Marzen notes, but it drinks more like a lighter fest beer. Goes down easy, not as heavy. By the same token, the flavor is not as intense, but that's fine if you're just like looking for something that's a bit more enjoyable in hot weather, which it is kind of right now. Well, it's not really super hot; it's only about 80 degrees, but the humidity is just through the roof, so it feels a lot hotter. But you know what I mean. This is more drinkable than like a 6.2 regular Marzen would be. So I see why they call it a German style lager, because you know, I wouldn't go and call this a Marzen. It wouldn't fit quite into the style guidelines because it's fairly narrowly defined style. It's just too light for it. It is what I would describe as a, what if you wanted to go and make something that was like at a Pilsner body, but had, you know, just like, you know, a Pilsner lightness, but a more roasty kind of drinking experience, tasting experience, smelling experience. And I am looking forward to cooler weather, that's for sure. So yeah, this is pretty enjoyable. If you like Marzens, if you just like German beers, I think this is an excellent example of American experimentalism regarding beers, you know, and not being so tightly bound by traditional style guidelines, but at the same time, not doing something stupid like pouring cupcake batter into a stout or something. This is kind of experimentalism I like to see. Different, but not goofball. Odd that I'm kind of getting the reaction, you know, so strongly right now, to the point where I'm actually getting a little bit itchy. But yeah, because I didn't have it when I had it a couple nights ago. It just must be the weather. It's odd weather today. Anyways, Mother Earth Oktoberfest German style beer. If you like Marzens, if you like fest beers, this is kind of neither, but is evocative of both. Give it a shot. And that, folks, is your beer review for this afternoon. Cheers.